today's lecture is all about Higgs-Hyman law, Fitts law. We are going to study what are the interface, what plan we will make for designing a UI interface and how to apply user interface techniques. Okay, Higgs-Hyman's law, what is it? Simply, if I give a brief introduction about it, it is just a process of making a selection from a given list. Okay, okay, understandable to everyone. Higgs law, also called Higgs-Hyman law, is a design principle invented by two British and American psychologists, William Higgs and Ray Hyman. The law states that the more options you have, the longer it takes to make decision. Means according to this law, when you design a UI, okay, or if you visit a website and there are a lot of options given in a list, if the options are multiple times, means there are 10 to 20 options, you will take some time to choose one. If there are only two options, then you will take no time to choose. For example, let's consider an example of a form. You fill an online form like where you have to choose gender, rather female or male. You have to choose one from the given two. You choose female or male on your preferences. You take no time to take a decision. But what if you have to select your city from given group of cities? Means there will be a long list of cities and you have to search your specific desired city and you have to select. So this is what the law states. The more options you have provided, the more time you will take to make a decision. To reducing the number of choices makes the decision process easier. For what we can do is, if we provide a less number of choices, then it will take less time to user to decide the desired option. For example, there are usually dozens of dishes on a restaurant menu. So choosing one takes forever. Means, for example, you visit a restaurant and you have to choose a dish, but the restaurant owner provides a lot of dishes in the menu. For example, 100 to 200. You will take almost time to decide which to eat or whether to eat. However, there were only two. You can make the decision in no time. So this is the law state that less the number of choices, the less time you take to decide what you want. So designing in a UI, we use this law so that we should know how to design our UI so that the user can make less time. It is a basic principle of designing a UI. HCI is all about how a user interacts with an interface. So the basic principle of designing a UI is to interact your user with your interface. The user will take less time. How much within less time to join your back with your website. Now we will study what is all about Higgs-Hyman laws and how we will use it and where to use it. Higgs law is design principle invented by, I have discussed earlier. The last date that, okay, this is happening. The law models the time a person takes to react to a stimulus in the presence of choice. The first thing that covers in this law is choice reaction time. Choice reaction time means you have given a number of lists and you have to choose one from them. The time you take to choose a choice from the given number of lists is your choice reaction time. Stimulus refers to the object or the thing you're going to react on. For example, you have opened a PDF document using Adobe Acrobat Reader software and you have to take a printout. Okay. For example, the interface that might look like this. When you open a PDF reader, such kind of window will appears on your screen and you have to, your task is to print this page printout. Then what will you do? You will go there on the file menu and there will bring a drop down list of sub menus. Okay. Here the law, according to law, there will be multiple lists. Now you have to search where will be the print option. This will take a little bit of time. The file menu will produce the drop-down list after clicking. When you click here, there will be a drop-down list contain certain menus and you have to select print from that. So it will take a little bit of time according to law. So the appearance of the drop-down list is the stimulus here for us to perform. Here the stimulus is your drop-down list where you have to react and have to select one. You are present with this set of choices. Here you see a lot of choices are present. Whether you have to cut, you have to paste, save as, many more. And you have to select print from here. Okay. The act of selection is your reaction to the stimulus. The act of your selecting means you are going to select the print option. This will be the reaction of your stimulus. This is all. This is the choice reaction time. The time you take to select the print option from the given drop-down list. Reaction time increase with the increase in uncertainty about the judgment and decision to be made. Now, time can be increased. We don't know what judgment the user will make. Maybe you want to print it out. Maybe you want to print in landscape, on portrait. Okay, you click on the print option. Then the two more options appear, like you have to print in portrait form, you have to print in landscape form. So there is an uncertainty. We don't know how much time will take it after selecting that option. Okay, fine. It is your uncertainty. In this example, we have to select an option out of several options. So there is this uncertainty about the selection of an appropriate choice, which requires us to think and decide. You have to think which option I have to select. So clearly, the more are the choices, the more is the uncertainty in make decision. So what if I bring a lot of options rather than the given one too? And you have to search where is the print place. So it will increase the time. The measure of uncertainty is called entropy. Here the term I am going to use for in HCI, uncertainty is entropy. The choice, the time, the occurrence of an uncertain event is called your entropy. More formally, the law states that the choice reaction time is proportional to entropy. Means your time you take to choose something is directly proportionally. It depends upon your uncertainty. We don't know how much, what will happen after choosing it, how much time will take. We have to just estimate the time taken by the user. Now we are going to see what kind of formula. More formally, the formula states that the choice reaction time. Here RT represents your choice reaction time and H represents your entropy. Means how you can calculate the predicted time. Here in this law, we will learn how we can calculate this choice reaction time so that we can get a better know how we can make our UI design such a way that it will take less time to choose something. Okay, here the formula is RT is equals to A plus B dot H. Now what is H? Your H refers to your number of uncertainties. Means here in the following example, we have seen there are many options rather than of print. So all of them were including. Any question?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So this formula we will use in the example where suppose there were 17 items present on the list and we have to select only one from these choices. So the probability of occurring each is 1/2. Now what is the probability? Probability means the time or the approximate idea of an event to happen. For example, we know that we may select print, we may select save as, it will take the equal number of times. So its probability is 17 depending upon this. So according to the formula, RT will be log 17/2. Now what is this A plus B? How we can calculate these constants? These are just constant. So this is a formula that can be used. It's just a brief introduction. We will not deep dive in this formula, but we will understand how Hicks law is used by UX designers and HCI designers. Including too many links on your landing page or too many icons in your UI will have the same effect. But what if you add too much landing page in your website, too much icons, that will mess up your website. That will give a bad experience to the user. The user may got irritated and leave the page. So what you will do? You will apply Hicks law here to make your design better. What we will do and how we will do, let's see it. The cognitive overload on the user presents with too much options can lead to discussion fatigue, which slows your user down and can even make them to abandon a task altogether. So what will happen if you don't know how to design a website? What you give too much options, too much irritating icons, too much pop-up menus to the user. User will leave your site. UX designer leverage Hicks law to make their product more intuitive, to navigate and reduce the time up to the web. Now, what the designers will do? They will apply Hicks law, so that their design and interface may attract user instead cause them fatigue and to lose them. So by prioritizing the most important features and presenting users with fewer choices. So what will they do? They will just provide you some important features and present a beautiful interface so that you can it will reduce your reaction time. Means if they will provide only a 3 to 4 options in a list, you can make a choice at certain in no time. You will take no time in making decisions. So it is a good technique used by designers or an as an HCI expert to make your design better to attract users. How to avoid information overloading? Now, how we can apply Hicks law and make our design better? Simplifying the sign up process. For example, in on many websites you have seen a sign up page. Sign up page is the first step in the customer's journey. That's where your user decide to give your product a go. So many websites require a sign up before logging in or before performing an activity. So it is the first thing that user have to make a choice with. A user's time, patience, and motivation have limits. So the sooner they make the decision, the lower the risk that you lose them. Means, for example, you're gone on a website and they ask you to sign up. So what a sign up page will look like? Means they will ask your name, your email, your password details, whatever, your account details. The more the question asks, the more irritated you will be. The fewer the questions will be on the website, the more interested you will be. The thing which matters the most in today's world is time. The user got irritated. For example, when you visit a website or when your internet slowed down, you got irritated. We all need just things should happen within a certain amount of time, just in a blink of eye or in a quick. So for this is considered by your interface designers that providing aids to a user that it will not get irritated by just waiting a long time or making a decision on answering too much questions. By simplifying your sign up using Hicks law will help you to improve your user interface design. Now let's see some examples of it. Now, keep welcome survey short and simple. There are a lot of welcome surveys when you log in after signing up. They will ask you what kind of experience do you have with your website? What is your back experience? Where you come from? And this, a lot of questions you have to answer. When we are designing our UI, our main goal is to just keep it simple and plain so that our user didn't get irritated, whether they are a part of sign up on the onboarding flow. Keep your initial survey simple. Ask only for information that is absolute necessary to personalize user experience. Means when you made your interface or your sign up page, your survey must be short and simple. Means you just want to ask only 2 to 3 questions just to enhance personalized user experience instead of asking too much irrelevant questions that might cause fatigue to a user and it may leave your site. In most cases, this is a question about the user role in the company. Means when you sign up to a company's website and you have to provide your personal details there, their job is to be done and what they say. For example, here is a website blanking manager. Here you have to show where to start and how to start. What you need a blanking manager for. Now, this is a site blanking manager and a user just go there and visit that site. And a little surveys come up there what you need from this site. You want myself, you link for many my company. Matlab, means whatever you want is just a little short survey, not too much question that will irritate your user. The second is now we will see some real world examples about what is Hicks law and where how we can use it. User Pilot creates an no, it's a website called User Pilot and it creates an uncluttered UI with a collapsing navigation. User Pilot's a product growth platform that enables product team to analyze product user. It's a website that enables it's a real world example I'm going to quote here. So it's a real website example, that it's a website that allows your team to collaborate and how their products are used. You can get user feedback there, onboarding experience. The main part of this UI has button and tab. Now the best feature of this website I'm going to show is this. It's collapsing menu. Okay, I think it's visible to your screen. See, it's just as simple as that can make that. Whenever you click here, this menu will disappear and you will see only the main feature you want to see. And whenever you want to click any feature, a drop-down list will appear here and you can select only 1 to 3. So you can take no time choosing in from these for certain options. What if there will be a lot of options? So you will get irritated. For example, if you want to search about of this website, and if you want to search anything, but it will take a lot of time because they might provide you a long list of options. So the beauty of this site is that they only provide a fewer list of options here and a collapsing menu. When you want to select an option, you just click on this option and you will see this list and you can select whatever you want to choose. And when you have to choose, then you again click and it will disappear again. So this is an example how Hicks law is used by this website to enhance their user experience. Hicks law is just all about selecting an option from the multiple list and just to make the list as short as you can so that it will take no time for a user to select. Okay, so this was all about Hicks law. Okay, I'm going to give a brief detail about Hicks law, what we have just studied. So, if you have any questions related to Hicks law, you may ask this. Okay, I'm proceeding further then if you don't have any questions. So we have studied Hicks law, where we see that how our times, our choice reaction times matters in our UI design. The fewer options we provide to the user, the less time it will take by user to select an option. Okay. Now we will study Fitts law. These two laws are very crucial and important in designing our interface. In 1954, a psychologist named Paul Swift created a predictive model that describes how quickly people can select a target. A target is what the user is trying to interact with. It could be a button to a tab or form field that need to be clicked into. The model, okay, the Fitts law was invented by Paul Swift. It is a predictive model. A predictive model refers to the prediction that might be happen in the future. We are unaware of the things. We don't know what will happen in the future. So these two laws provide us a technique so that we can make our predictions. What the user will do if he or she will click on that option. How much time will it take? How much time it will take to react on that stimulus? So this is what a predictive model is. So this predictive model was proposed by psychologist Paul Swift that describes how quickly people can select a target. That he describes a lot of ways, a lot of formulas according to this law that how much time a person will take to select or hit a target. A target is what the user is trying to interact with. It can be a button. For example, I want to click here. So this will be my target. I want to click here. This will be my target. Okay, how much time I will take to just hit on this target? I want to click here, click here. How much time will I take? It will be my choice reaction time. So this was proposed by psychologist Paul Swift that how a people or a person will take a time to hit a target. A target may be this icon, this button, anything. This model is commonly used in human-computer interaction. Fitts law established that further away a target is, the smaller the size of the target is. Now, according to this law, if it is too away, means my target is this, and you can see it's too small icon. It's very further away from my cursor, and you can see its size is so small, and the longer it takes for a user to acquire. Now, it will take a 2 to 3 seconds break to reach there or there. Now, what if I want to reach this slide? I can go within no time because its size is larger. So according to this law, The smaller the icon is, the larger the time it takes. The size of a icon or a menu matters here. Larger targets that are close by have the lowest interaction cost, while small targets that's far away have highest interaction cost. What is interaction cost? I will tell you later. Let me first explain First law to you. First law mainly depends upon two things: the target time and the size. Target time refers to the time that you reach to a something like this. I want to reach this save button. So how much time I will require to reach this save button is what the first law says, and the size. Size and the time are the two more important and crucial elements of this first law. The fish law is based upon these 2 points. What is its purpose? User can easily hit the target without facing any difficulty. The purpose of our fish law is to just reach the target without facing any difficulty. For example, I want to click here. Okay, I want to select something. If I click here, it will take a little bit of time, or if I get irritated, it will provide other options, and it will provide many other options. So the Fitch law say that your target must be as simple as that. Your size and the time uh, is very important, so that your user can click on his target. Give enough space. Now what this law say? Give enough space to the user so that he can easily hit the target. Just have a look on these options. In this B option, you see these icons are just collapsed with each other. There is no space. The distance between our touch finger is, I think, 4.8 inches. So that from the other, you have seen many websites, YouTube, that every option have a little bit of space around it, so that the user can hit this target. What if I provide this kind of option in my site? You have to click on this camera option. At the same time, this home option will also click, because there is no space between them. You can't hit them hit one at one time, because if you want to hit this home option, this camera will automatically click too, or this contact button will click too. So this will be a bad choice. So Fitlaw says provide enough space to the target so that your user can hit correctly. Like see now here in this actual outcome. Option B is, I think it will be correct for us, because it will provide us enough space to us to select an option. Here, this is just a bad choice. If we going to click on this, it will cause us to click on this. So it will leave a bad taste for a user. So UI designer will use this Fitch law to enhance their user experience. So what is the interaction cost? So now you have a little bit idea of what is Fitts law and what it does. So interaction cost is defined as the sum of effort, the mental and physical, that the user must deploy in interacting with the site to reach the goal. So interaction cost here refers to your time. Okay, interaction cost refers to the sum of effort, the mental and physical, your time you take to think about something to hit your target. The user must deploy in interacting with the site to reach the goal. So if a user can find an answer they're looking for without needing to scroll, for example, you want to hit the search button, you will take no time to select it. So it's your zero interaction cost. If a user has to locate a menu or to scroll down, for example, I want to reach this slide at the end, it will take some time to scroll down and go there. This will be my interaction cost, the time that will taken to reach the end of this slide. So what if I want to select this one? It will take no time to go and select. So it is your interaction cost. If a user has to locate through our dozen of options and click a small button to compute their forms, that's going to be a high interaction cost. For example, there are dozens of options available and you have to click a very small button to complete their form. So it will take a lot of time, a lot of effort, your mental effort, your physical effort to go and reach there. UX and UI designers aim to make this cost as low as possible. So as an HCI expert, your main goal is to make that time as small, as little as you can. so that it will take no time for a user to just go there and to select your option. Now I'm going to for some applications of first law. Important elements that are made larger so that they are easier to select. For example, the elements you quote on your website, it seems very important to you. You have to make so large so that they can select easily. For example, on a sign up page, you have to highlight that sign up button as large. The user can go and just hit on it and go and log in on that page. Interactive lists that are as short and possible. That provide the number of lists or options you are going to provide the user must be short, so that your user can easily reach them. Menus are in the top corner of the menu on the desktop. You have seen any website, the menu bar is on the top. Or for example, on your phone, you if you use any website, you log in on any website, you may see that hamburger icon on the menu bar is mostly on the top or on the bottom, so that your thumb can easily reach there. Now I'm going to show a list of screens. Now this image is rated when you are going to use your right hand thumb. Your thumb will reach this green area easily when you are using your right hand only and you are using your phone and you have open a UI interface of a website or an app, you can easily reach here by your thumb. It will be hard to reach this area with your thumb, medium, and harder to reach this top corner only with your thumb. Now, what if you use your left hand? Now you are using your screen with your left hand. You are using your app. Now it will be easier for you to reach this area with your thumb. And medium this area, and harder will be this area when you reach using your left hand. And what if you are using your phone with both of your hands, or using website or app, whatever you are doing with it? It will be easier for you to use this area with your both hands, and medium with this, and very harder you have to. So while designing an interface, you have to take care of all these certain options. What if a user is using a mobile display or a desktop display? You have to design your interface in such a way that it will provide aids to all three kinds of type that I have just mentioned here. It might be your website or whatever designing you are. Your main goal must be use this Fitts law that can use a user can use easily. Now there are some examples of Fitts law. Google. Okay, this is the UI interface of Google. See, their menu bar is their search bar is in the middle, and their sign up is so highlighted so that if user want to sign in, they can easily see this highlighted button and go and click on it. Now this search bar is easily seen by user. You will take no time to go and search here. Let's read this explanation too. Google puts its search field in the center of the screen and menu option in the upper corner. Okay. The things that are important and crucial in Fitts law is the size, the distance, and the effort while designing a UI interface. Larger the target are usually the best. Try larger elements that have clear boundaries and are entirely clickable. As in this Google example, I have shown you this sign up button. It's in large enough so that you can see it easily, and it's highlighted so that you can go and just hit, and its boundary is clear too. Look, there is no other icon. There is a space between these two icons. So the first principle of Fitts law is the size, distance, minimize movement. Think about the space between buttons, locating important action by prime pixel and thumb zone. I will tell you what is prime pixel a minute later. Locating important actions and decrease the distance between the element with a similar function. So your elements, so the distance between this element is also important. See, the distance between this Gmail image and this icon, there's a little bit of difference, so that you can easily go and click here. So the distance between the icons is matter. Effort, use prime pixel, and let me tell you what is prime pixel first. Where a user cursor is located on a screen when opens a site. For example, I have opened this screen and my cursor goes on this image. This is my prime pixel. Whenever you just go on a screen and your cursor appears, it will be your prime pixel, the place where your screen will be, your cursor will be placed after opening a site is your prime pixel. Magic pixel. Magic pixel are the four corners of the screen, the top, the edge, the bottom of a screen. The magic pixel create boundaries. Your cursor cannot move beyond these points. For example, magic pixel refers to a boundary. If I click here, the around about this one will be bonded. You can't click here and here. When you click on a button, then it will activate it only when I click on that button. But if I click here, it will not work. It will not work here. It will not work here. It will only work when I click on a certain point in that sign up option. So this is your magic pixel. So while using first line designing your UI design, you have to use your prime pixel and your magic pixel to make interactive design. Okay. Now going back to my examples. So this I